And that means two things. And it took me a long, long time and to understand the second part of that definition. So the first part that meant a lot to me was, if responsibility is the price of freedom, then what am I doing with that? Like, how am I showing up and making an impact on the world around me? But the second part of that is tied very closely with what you're talking about here, which is that we're all living in paper prisons. That's all it is. And if you can claim responsibility for your situation, then you can have freedom. That's the price. All you have to do is claim responsibility and you will be free.
Owning that responsibility.
But purely owning.
Yeah.
meaning it's the only way I got sober.
Yeah.
Like when I had somebody look me in the face and say, "Hey dude, you got a lot of other people you're blaming. What the fucking role? What did you play in this?" And then I was reading Extreme Ownership. It just so happened when he made that comment to me. And then I realized everything outside of me is not my concern anymore. It's what are you going to stand up on top of? Truly owning it, not the fake 2021 ownership, like real old school ownership.
And I think I'm so glad Anthony and Austin, you guys are talking about this responsibility, because where I am now is the 130% of the freedom I was searching for when I worked in the office job, which I had this analogy for it. I called it my prison. And guess what that did to me psychologically? I was in an office for 7 years with no window. I got my yard time for lunch. I had to literally have someone cover my desk to pee. And sometimes I thought I was going to break my bladder. It was so bad. I started calling it my prison. So what did that do to me psychologically? Well, once I got out of that, and of course, when you're working for yourself, people understand you might end up working more hours. And now you have even more responsibilities to bring in the work. You're not just sitting at the desk and the company you're working for is doing it for you. You have more responsibilities. And then we can fall back into that trap of feeling not free still, even though we've accomplished the thing that we thought was going to bring us our freedom. But we start feeling imprisoned, or at least for me, I started feeling imprisoned by my responsibilities. So what I wanted and what I signed up for, buying the house on my own mortgage, owning my own business, having a cat, like I have my own responsibilities that I signed up for. And then that was maybe keeping me from doing some things, but it was my choice. And I was letting my responsibilities and my choices then re-imprison me. And it's not the responsibility isn't the problem. It's not the responsibility that's what's keeping you from that freedom. It's the thinking. Like you said, Austin, it's the thinking is the root problem, and thinking that way, that our responsibilities now, that this freedom, that my house, whatever I wanted is imprisoning me again. That's just a symptom of the deeper conflict. That's not the actual problem.